morning, good evening, and wherever the sun may find you. My name is Walt, and this is Coffee and Concepts on Keystroke Medium. What a twofer this week. Holy crap. It happens sometimes, and we get lucky and have people like Lisa Richman on. Did I say your name correctly?
Richman.
Richman. Gotcha. It's that hard Italian thing. I try to overcome, but, the cannolis get me every time. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Trying to stay out of trouble, trying to stay caffeinated. I was somewhat hurt and dismayed when you said you weren't drinking coffee, but Puppy, say hello to Kitty.
Kitty.
That is a big cat. What is about
That
10
is a
pounds?
big cat. He is. He's right in there.
He looks like he could play a great game of full contact Scrabble.
He's yeah. Oh yeah, he'd totally fight you for the tiles. And win.
Does he like gravity as much as all the other cats do?
Yeah. He likes defying it.
I love defying gravity. When you say defying gravity, what do you mean? Like jumping on counters and stuff?
If he or higher. So yeah, if he could be a dog, he would be a Belgian Malinois.
Oh, you mean like my guy who was just made his appearance? he likes counters too, jerk.
Yeah. This one would probably reach the roof if he were allowed out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So yeah.
And he would be the bane of small critters everywhere.
Oh yeah, totally.
I really love that saying where it's like, we got Lauren Moore saying, "Hi guys, hi Lauren." I really love that thing that says cats are always so pissed off because they're nature's perfect killers, but we keep putting them in cute outfits.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's my favorite. So for those who don't know or aren't familiar with your work, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have written in the Aeon 14 universe for about 3 years. I've got 8 books out, another coming in 6 months or so. We just launched one in July, a couple of weeks ago.
And what's the title?
That one is The Hyperion War, Soul Dissolution, Book 3.
Right.
So, yeah,
that's fantastic. And we had a pretty good chat before the lights went on, and I found out you know quite a bit about some favorite people of mine. So we'll be talking about that in a minute.
Awesome.
Do you normally drink coffee?
Coffee and tea. Yeah.
Oh, my wife will be excited.
My coffee has to have chocolate in it, though.
Really?
I love mochas. Oh yeah, I love mochas. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm a bit of a chocolate addict. So.
Really? Now, do you like high-end chocolate, or do you just like any chocolate will do?
No, it's got to be dark. Oh, I'm a snob. Yeah.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! My wife is really into dark chocolate right now, so she's just like, if I can find it, she's all about it.
Oh, totally.
Now, do you use, when you make your coffee and put chocolate in it, do you use a double boiler to kind of put that in there, or do you have a unique way of melting it, like flamethrower, the engine of a Black Hawk?
Well, if I had one.
I'll talk to some people.
No, I just dump it in there and let the coffee kind of melt it and make it all gooey and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Almost like chocolate version of Turkish coffee.
Yeah.
Have you ever had it? Turkish coffee?
Don't ask me what Turkish coffee is. I have no idea. I have no idea. I am not a coffee connoisseur.
Imagine if you were to take coffee grounds and make them very fine, almost like powdered sugar. And then you boil water as hot as you can get it, and then just pour it right into the coffee grounds in the cup. Let it steep like that for about 3-4 minutes, and you drink it just like that. The consistency of the grounds kind of hang at the bottom. And if you go to some place that specializes in Turkish coffee, usually they have somebody who come out and read your fortune in the bottom of the cup.
Oh, seriously? That's cool.
It's fun, especially when they cut it with things like cinnamon or orange peel. That heavy coffee taste. Yeah. The next time I find somebody who does Turkish coffee, I'm going to have them add chocolate to it as well, just to try that.
Cool.
That could be fun. So you have quite a career. You were recommended to us by your friend James S. Aaron. And he was like, who you got to talk to, dude. So we chased you down, set that up immediately. And then, so, I was excited to talk to you. And then, of course, we had our pre-show conversation, which was just fantabulous. But now, you were mentioning before that you're going to be setting up a pen name.
I am. I've actually launched it. It's LL Richman. And the first 2 books are already out in the series. It's the universe is called the Biogenesis War. And it involves a lot of science and and it also involves kind of the futures version of the 160th SOAR.
Would you like to tell people what SOAR stands for? The strategic orbital
operations. Oh yeah. Well, it's not in my universe. They're called Shadow Recon.
Okay.
And they're part of the SRU, the Special Reconnaissance Unit.
Right on.
For the Alliance, the Geminid Alliance, which they colonized Sirius and Procyon. And since both of those are binary stars and, the Gemini twins, they called it the Geminid Alliance. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what is there, can you tell us what sparks the Biogenesis War, or is it something that readers should delve into and we shouldn't spoil on air?
Oh, no, it's it's very, politics are, historically have been, hi, Josh. Sorry. I love looking back through history because political intrigue is something that I've always loved studying. And if I'm not reading a science fiction book, I'm reading a thriller. I'm reading, Vince Flynn or Brad Thor or Mark Greaney or something like that. You found it. Chiral Agent is a thriller. It's a science fiction thriller, and chirality is a scientific concept that basically is mirror life. All life, all carbon-based life is left-handed. It's, and I'm not going to get into all the details, but you can create a mirror molecule that looks and is exactly identical to it, except that, like your hands have a handedness to it. If you stack one on top of the other, they can't, you have to go like this to get them to be identical. So they're mirror molecules. Anyway, we will stop the science now and we will move on.
Don't dumb it down on my account. I love the science.
Anyway, this guy, this very unethical scientist ends up cloning a Shadow Recon pilot. And he is my main character. And the big conflict is that there is a nation out there that wasn't doing too well, that is kind of in a Cold War situation with all the rest of the settled worlds. And they want that tech. And they want it bad, and they will do anything to get it. And thus the Biogenesis War is launched. So lots of space battles, lots of people chasing. Oh, I'm writing that right now and it's giving me fits. But so it's lots of intrigue, lots of spies sneaking around, lots of what Mal Cooper calls pilot porn, because I like to write a lot of that stuff.
Right on. Like yelling out about ailerons and stuff like that.
Yeah. Slips, putting a ship into a slip, and of course, a lot of that is you have to have atmosphere for, so you have to come up with all sorts of stuff for spaceborne.
Yeah, a way for ships to act like ships, and not like things just tumbling through space.
Yeah, it's the darn science.
Now, do you have ships that move along like force field guided planes of existence for so that they act like ships, or do you have ships that act like they would in space, where not only when you move forward you have to retrothrust and degrade and stuff like that. Is that how they operate in yours?
Yeah, that old no one said there'd be math thing. I have done more math since getting out of college, writing these books. Because I want the science to be as accurate as possible. So all the distances calculated and the time that it takes to get from place to place, that's all been mathed out.
Right on. That's bad.
And all the radiation physics that goes into, because every ship has a magnetic shield, and a magnetosphere and a plasmasphere that protects it from the high energy particles. All that is probably more geeky than it has to be, but it was fun to write.
That's fantastic. So what's giving you fits about this book, or what about this book is giving you fits?
Oh, well, right now, because I have 2 subplots going on. So I'm weaving the main plot, and because it's probably more thrillery than I had probably bit off a little more than I could chew on this one. So I'm kind of working out some of the knots right now. But
so are there still LESs in the future?
LES.
Oh, I'm sorry. Leave in earning statements. That's a military joke.
I'll have to ask the main character.
That would be one of the things that would be giving me fits in the future. What do you mean I don't have 14 vacation days anymore?
That would suck.
Yeah. You sit there and you go out on vacation, and then 30 minutes later, you're not even out of the state you're stationed in, and you get a phone call saying you got to come back, and you're like, what? What do you mean?
Oh, jeez.
Who are we invading?
Now, are you still in the military?
No. I'm out now. I just talk a good game now. I pretend I'm interesting.
Oh, you're very interesting.
I used to be interesting when I should
be interviewing you.
That would be very boring, because I just sit here and clicky and drink coffee, and then eventually dodge the dog. I don't know what it is about
on roofs.
He does, and I don't know what it is about Belgian Malinois, but they all have this unique habit of greeting people the same way. They walk up, and instead of sitting down and politely waiting for you to stroke their cute little head, they come up and they take their boop snoot and they slam it straight into your crotch, which is cool for them, I guess, but I mean, for the rest of us, it's a little weird. But do you have any military working dog handlers in your universe?
I actually have a military large cat.
Ooh,
like a panther-size cat. Working animals. Yeah, I loved all the all the science fiction that I read when I was a kid was like, Anne McCaffrey and
Dragons of Pern and all that.
Yeah, James Schmitz, which was the Tales of Amber Dawn, and Ellen Dean Foster, Pippin Flinks. Yeah, it seemed like there were a lot of animals in these books that I read, and that just kind of became something that I felt like I had to do. I had to add animals in this. That's
fun. Yeah, nobody tells you when you do all that stuff that the dog is around all the time, and like all the time.
So you were a dog handler?
I got to play with a fuzzy friend once or twice. William Tyler Davis saying, "Sorry, Walt, but we accidentally paid your BAH while you were on Mars at the Pluto rate. We're going to have to take that 10,000 back." And what they don't tell you is they also take back the taxes that you paid.
Oh, so crud.
Yeah. So there's
Tyler is probably. I want to know, Tyler. The Pluto rate, is that Pluto rate? Did that get like lowered when Pluto became
not a planet?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So when does the Cairo protocol come out?
It comes out at the end of September.
That is fantastic.
So, yeah.
Can we have you back on when that comes out, like close to launch, and then you can pimp the hell out of that, and maybe we can get you to talk about some tea that you enjoy?
Yeah, something that's not
we've had
clear and boring.
We've had a lot of William Tyler Davis. He's like, haha. because we've had a lot of coffee talk in this, but I can change the title slightly to caffeine and conscience,
Caffeine,
and then we can talk about some tea, and maybe I can coax my wife on the line. No,
is she looking at you? She's looking at you like, no way.
No, she's ignoring me. She's probably got headphones in. But if people want to find you and stalk you on the internet, what's the best way to do that?
Well, I've got a Facebook page and a Facebook fan group. It's facebook.com/LL Richman. The fan group is Biogenesis War Friends and Fans. And then I'm also on biogenesiswar.com. And I'm also hanging out in the Aeon 14 group all the time too, and in Keystroke Medium too. So.
Right on. And what? Just for fun and giggles, what's the cat's name?
This is this is Faraday.
Oh, nice.
And his brother is Maxwell. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
My husband's a physicist, and when we got these cats, he wanted to. It was the first cats he'd ever had, and so I said, "Well, why don't you name them?" And he said, "Okay, let's name them Lepton and Tachyon." And I went, "I'm naming them." we agreed not to name them after particles and to name them after physicists instead. So.
There you go. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Does nothing escape your house like a black hole?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
I'm probably the only person you've talked to that has a Geiger counter in a kitchen too.
Oh, that's fantastic and scary all at once.
And radioactive material in there too. So yeah.
I don't want to know what you're using that for. So hopefully it's book research and we get more of the Biogenesis War. What are you thinking as far as how long the series might be?
I've got kind of a trilogy of trilogies planned out. We'll see how it goes. I've got another short story. I've got a short story that's in the Biogenesis War that's coming out in the Expanding Universe here in about a month. And then another short story planned too. So it just kind of keeps growing. We'll see.
That's fantastic. Is there an audio option as well?
Yes, Podium I just signed with Podium, and
cool.
book one is coming out. Book one and the prequel are both coming out either in January or February.
That's fantastic. Well, I got to tell you, see you later, Faraday. I got to tell you, I really appreciate you coming on. It was very fun to talk to you. I definitely want to talk to you again when Cairo Protocol comes out. That would be awesome.
That sounds great.
And yeah, definitely talk about tea. Have some tea that you can show off next time, and we'll talk about that too, because I like to shock people who watch. I'm the guy who served in the Army, and I constantly drink from a Coast Guard cup just to mess people up. Which yeah, I get angry email. It's funny as hell. But yeah, we'll have you on when that comes out. Just send me an email, and then we'll get that working.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. I just want to tell everybody, thanks again for hitting the like and subscribe, because we have over 1,000 subscribers now, and that allows us to do a little bit more than we were before with Keystroke Medium, pushing all the content and getting all that knowledge out for authors, readers alike. We have Monday, the live show with Josh, Scott, and Chuck. I don't know why that's so difficult to say. I have to go so slow.
Josh, Scott,
and Chuck. Sound like Sean Connery, who turned 90 today, I understand.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they do the live show on Monday. Of course, Coffee and Concepts. We chase what we need to chase, so we can affect these cool interviews. So the time might vary, but normally 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And then when they come back from hiatus, Lauren and Kayleen doing the Writer's Journey on Thursday, which is at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for coming out. It was really a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that, I'm going to hit the big red button.